Welcome to my YouTube tutorial. In this particular video, I'm going to give you an overview of suit making. Basically, this is the general knowledge about suit making. Before you dive into suit making, there are some things you need to know. You not just jump into it. So I'm going to be teaching you the basics of the three type of suits, of how to draft, and some other basics. So please kindly stay with me. I shall be putting you all through this. Irrespective of how a jacket or suit might be fitted to the body, a jacket is usually developed larger than the size they represent. Let's say, for instance, now the size of the person is the bust is 36, which is the biggest part in the upper torso. We are not going to make a jacket with size of 36. We are going to make a jacket that is a bit larger than that 36. We can add 5 inches to it, making it 42. So you are going to make a jacket that is 42 inches wide, of bust of 42 inches wide. Now, the enlarged garment allows room for lining, facing, interfacing, underlining, shoulder pad, sleeve header, and many more under construction stuffs. They are large enough. Generally, these suits or jacket, they are large enough to fit comfortably over other apparel. You understand that most of the time that you're wearing a jacket, there's usually an underlining on an under garment or under apparel that the wearer is putting on. So the inner construction of a jacket is very, very important because it serves as a garment support system. This helps to stabilize the fit and shape of the garment. The type of supports depend on numbers of factors, such as the jacket style, the weight and the weave of the fabric, the cost of construction, and the selling price of the garment. That is the end product. So how are you going to sell it? So these are the factors that determine the kind of support you put inside. Down to the terminologies used in jacket construction. You can't be constructing jacket just for jacket construction sake without understanding the terminology, the proper terminology, because these terminologies help you to make sure you know what you're doing. So there are terminologies they use in jacket construction. You see, jackets that comes with skirt or pants is considered a suit. So suit might be 2-piece suit or it might be 3-piece suits. It all depends on the preference of the client. Then as well, a jacket that is designed separate without trousers or a pant or skirt is normally called blazers. So there are different features of a jacket. That's like there's what they call the roll line. The roll line is the fold line of the collar and the lapel. Then we have the break point. The break point is the roll line of the lapel starting from the front extension. Then we also have the jacket depth. The depth is the distance between center front where the lapel cross each other. You see where the left and the right side lapel cross each other. Then you have the collar stand. The collar stand is the height where the collar fold over itself. Then we have lapel. The lapel is part of the jacket, that fold over itself and to which the collar is being attached. The notch is the space between the collar and the lapel. Then we have what they call the shawal or the shawal jacket. These are jacket that has continuous lapel and collar all in one. There is no notch on it. The collar and the lapel are combined in shawal jackets. Then we have the reveal jackets. These are jackets that has lapel but does not have collar. It's a jacket which lapel there's no collar attached to the lapel. So when drafting a jacket, what you're going to do is that on the paper or on your fabric, the bust measurement, you are going to be adding extra allowance of at least 5 inches. Then the waist measurement, you add allowance of 5 inches as well. The hip measurement, you add allowance of ease of 5 inches. Then the shoulder length, the shoulder of a suit is usually longer than the regular shoulder of ordinary clothes. So you are going to be adding the shoulder length. You're going to be add 1 inch to it. Then your sleeve length, it should be the same thing. Then your sleeve opening should be free enough that your wrist can pass through. Then now let's talk about the jacket and the lining seam allowance. For the neck, the collar, and the facing, the seam allowance for the jacket is 1/4 inch. Then if the shoulder line, on the shoulder line, if your the seam allowance should be 3/4 inch, while the other seams are 1/2 inch. But the hemline should be around 1.5 inch to 2 inches, depend on what you want. For the lining is usually slightly bigger than the the garment itself. So the lining, it used to be 1/2 inch bigger by sizes than the garment, apart from the hemline. So from all the sides, is half an inch bigger than the main fabric itself. So the measurement needed in drafting the basic notch collar are your vertical measurements, such as your shoulder to bust. Here we're having our shoulders to bust as 10 inches. Your shoulder to waist, which is 17 inches here. Then the shoulder to hem is 24 inches, 25 inches, according to our own measurement. The chest line is 8 inches. Then your shoulder to the hemline, which is 30 inches. Then we also have a horizontal measurement as well, such as the bust measurement, which is 36 in this place, the waist measurement, which is 30, the hip, which is 42, the shoulder length, which is 8 inches, that's 16 divided by 16, the bust span, which is 8, the 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 bicep and the wrist opening. The major difference between the basic jackets, the shawal jacket, and the double-breasted jacket, it lies on the extension, the front extension at the center front line. So in the basic jacket, what we have, the extension at the front is 1 inch from the center front line, while the shawal is still the same. The shawal can be double breasted, or it can be like the basic collar jacket. But the difference between shawal is that the shawal does not have notch, while the basic collar jacket has a notch. Then as well, for the extension is usually 2 inches, 2 1/4 inches. That's what we use for the extension. What the calculation is that at least the extension should be able to contain 3 buttons, as in the width of 3 buttons. So if you are having, each of the buttons should be around 3/4 inch, so times 3, which is about 2 1/4 inch. So at least the minimum extension you give for the shawal collar is 2 1/4 inch. Every other features remain the same in these in the jacket, irrespective of the style. The other things like the inner construction, and as well the sleeve, it all depends on what you want to use. So the extension and the type of notch, as in whether the presence of notch or not, is what differentiate between the three type of color, the three type of suit we just mentioned. So one last thing we need to take care of also is while constructing the collar at the roll line, it should not end at the tip of the shoulder. You should extend the tip of the shoulder by 1 inch. That's where the roll line is going to stand. So we will make sure that that 1 inch is just an imaginary 1 inch. That compensates for the stand. A suit does not have stand. It does not have collar stand. So you have to put in an imaginary stand, an imaginary 1 inch stand. So when you roll over your collar, it just fall in within that 1 inch, and that roll line will go down exactly at the exact place that you want it. If you did not keep this 1 inch, you come to understand that your suit, the collar will be standing, or it will be awkward.